Before the Mali Empire rose to glory, before Mansa Musa's gold shook the markets of Cairo, there was another kingdom, older, richer, and according to those who destroyed it, cursed. They called it Wagadou, and at its heart lived something that was never meant to be killed. For nearly 8 centuries, the Ghana Empire, known to its own people as Wagadou, dominated West Africa. This was not the Ghana you find on a modern map. It sat far to the north, in what is now southern Mauritania and western Mali. Wagadou was rich beyond reason. It sat on top of the world's greatest gold trade routes, and its kings were so wealthy they kept dogs on golden leashes and wore silk imported from thousands of miles away. But the people of Wagadou did not believe their wealth came from geography or skill alone. They believed it came from a deal, a pact sealed in darkness with something living beneath their soil. Deep beneath the capital city of Kumbi Saleh lived Bida, a great black serpent, ancient, enormous, patient. The people of Wagadou had made a pact with Bida long ago. Once a year, on a specific night, the most beautiful maiden in the kingdom would be led to the serpent's cave. And in return, Bida would breathe gold over the land. Literally. The old chronicles say clouds of gold dust would fall from the sky each year after the sacrifice, enough to make the kingdom the wealthiest on earth. For generations, no one questioned this. The girls were chosen, the pact was kept, and the gold fell like rain. But then came a young man. His name was Amadou Sakiliba, and he loved the girl who was chosen. On the night of the sacrifice, as the procession moved toward Bida's cave, Amadou slipped out of the darkness with a sword. He struck the serpent once. The great serpent raised its head, and he struck again and again. 7 times, they say, until Bida's head fell from its body and rolled across the ground. But as it rolled, the dying serpent spoke, and with its last breath, it cursed the land. For 7 years, 7 months, and 7 days, no gold would fall on Wagadou. No rain would follow, and the land would turn to dust. Then, it was silent. The people celebrated. The girl was saved. Amadou was a hero. But the drought came anyway. Here is the part historians still struggle with. The Ghana Empire, one of the most powerful civilizations in African history, did collapse. Suddenly, catastrophically. Around the 11th and 12th centuries, Wagadou was invaded by forces from the north. Its capital was looted, its people scattered. The gold trade dried up, and the land, many accounts say, became increasingly dry. The official history blames war, and that may be true, but the oral traditions of the Soninke people still whisper a different story. They say the kingdom was already dying before the armies arrived. They say the curse of Bida had already begun. Some truths are buried so deep, not even history dares to dig them up. If this story reached you, perhaps Bida is still counting.